Hopefully I feel better then. I feel better now, but always be streaming. Okay, so first game was played at the U.S. Amateur Team Championship in Parsippany, which they still have, against Ed McHugh. He's 2,200 something U.S. chess rating. And I had black. We played a C3 Sicilian, although I can't make any moves, so I guess I'll leave and come back. Come on. And then come back. That should fix it. Yep. Goodjobchess.com. And by good job, I mean terrible job. Man, I haven't looked at this game with an engine in a long time, and this game was played in 2000, so let's see if it holds up. Thanks, Finegold. Go Finegold. So C3 Sicilian, I played my usual line that I play with black. Playing this forever. Had this position several times. Yeah, usually they play C takes D4. That's more testing, I think. And I've had that on stream too. And in other chess games, this is more equal. D2, sort of a boring game. The whole game is boring. Just an equal position. Goes for the queen trade. I mean, nobody's really better here. But, you know, I'm higher rated, so I should win. Because, you know, I'll play your opponent sometimes. Saltire77 subscribed. Anyway, I got what I wanted out of the opening. I'm not losing with black, so that's good. Okay, the engine doesn't like C4. C4 gives away the B4 square. And also it sort of weakens his C pawn. I can put pressure on it now. So it doesn't like C4 very much. Now I'm threatening knight C2. And F6 would win his pawn. So plays bishop C3. Always play F6. Now he has to retreat his knight. And the problem with trying to win his pawn for nothing is his rook gets to the 7th rank. So I don't really have an opportunity to take the pawn without giving him serious counter chances. For example, if I trade and play rook takes c4, plays rook d7 with a fork here, and now actually white's better slightly. So I did take, and I played rook a c8. He attacked my e-pawn, and I saved it. Now I'm threatening his c-pawn, and he defended it. Again, if I take on c4 twice, he plays rook d7, same as the last time. And I did that anyway. And played bishop b4. If he trades bishops, I defend my pawn, so he has to win his pawn back. And now if I want to play for a win, I have to play rook a4, keeping the pawns on the board. Now I'm threatening rook takes a2. Now the engine says he can draw by pushing his pawn. And I guess I would take both pawns. He would take this. It would be 4 against 3, which is a draw, but it's not an easy draw. I guess for the engine, it's easy. Angelica Chessborn is rating with a party of 232. Also, probably Angelica, but I was close. Yay, go chess. Go Angelica. Go Born. You didn't say which ex-wife, but yeah. No, I've never met him. He's a racist, and he's insane. Those are the two things I know about him. I've never met him. But yeah, my son and my ex-stepdaughter met him. Don't want to have anything to do with them. Okay, so if you want more insanity, he's one to go to. Okay, so he played rook b2, so black is slightly better. Move my king up. Yeah, I moved my king up. And he could play rook b7 here, giving a pawn away with check just to get his rook active. Because I'd play g5 at some point, losing my h-pawn. And, you know, black's still better, but it should be a draw. This should be a draw too, but black has a nice position. All right, now it's getting close to where I have a nice advantage. It's playing a bit too passively. And then the engine actually wants me to take on h4. And then if he takes back, play king e5 and f4 check. But I mean, it seems like keeping my pawns intact is right. He wants to trade pawns because that leads it closer to a draw. But f3 might lose because of king c4. Now I'm threatening rook takes, check winning. g4 is the best move. Now if I take with check, I lose because he trades and takes this and queens. So I play king d3. Engine doesn't like king d3. It says I should play f4. Rook h2 is correct. I played f4. Rook h5 is correct. I played rook a5. It says he should draw this. Looks really hard to draw. Played rook h7, that's correct. I took. Now it says rook g7 draws. Not sure why exactly. I think the idea is white wants to play rook f7 to f5. But if he does that, I can play king b4 defending my rook. So if I start moving my king over here, then this is serious. So he played rook d7, which it says loses. I played a6, so he's off my pawn. He played rook d6. It wants him to play a4 here. So if I take on a4, he has rook here attacking my g-pawn. Now it says this is a draw. Okay, and this says that's not the best, but it draws. It doesn't like rook takes a2. Wants him to play rook d4 check. Now it says rook g6 draws, otherwise he's lost. And he played rook g6. It says king d3 draws, otherwise he's lost. He played king d4, it says that loses. Actually, the way that I won the game, king d3 is better than king d4, I agree. That's funny, king d3 draws and king d4 loses. I assumed I was winning here because I'm up 2 pawns. And the reason this loses is because of what I did. I only have one winning move here. Let's see if the chat can find it. Oh, I must have missed some kind of donations. Finegold gifted a sub. Doric the Cat subscribed. Thanks, Angelica. Dankel gave 100 bits. The second Angelica was right. That's what I figured. Yeah. Angelica doesn't make any sense. I'm American. Give me a break. I'm reading the name in one thing, and then I realize what I'm reading. Yeah. I mean, you already left, but you can see what the idea is. Jai Peace gifted a sub to Angelica Chessborn. Yay. Okay, so what's the winning move for black, which I actually played? This game wasn't at the high level that I thought it was. Engine doesn't like a lot of my moves. I should play better in a team tournament. The way to win here is to eat around the vegetables. So I have to go here and come around the back way. That's why king d3 is a draw, because then I can't do that. So king b3 winning, the only winning move. Very easy winning plan. And it says he can't stop it. So he tried to stop it, but I continued on. Yeah, now if he plays king d2, I can check and play a5 and get my pawn going. Okay, now he wants to play rook here, but that's okay because I have rook b5. I think rook b5 is the only winning move. Yeah, otherwise it's a draw. Yeah, now I should be good because I can still walk my king over. Played rook f6. I wonder what happens if he plays king e2. King b1 wins. King b1's the only winning move. What? King b1's the only winning move? Why doesn't king c2 win? It says king here, then king here, and walk my king this way. Why wouldn't these other moves win? Now it says rook b2 check is a big advantage. Okay, I see some idea here. White can play rook here, attacking my pawn, and if I play a5, he goes back here. So let's see why that doesn't work in this position. a5 here. I have rook b2 check. If I play king b2 or king c2, I don't have rook b2 check. And then I can play a4 and I'm winning. Wow. That's crazy. So after king e2, the only winning move is king b1. And then king a2. So again, after here, a5, rook here, I have rook here check and a4. I have to make sure I can play rook here check. f3, always play f3. And this is winning for white. Yeah, now I can play a5 safely. My rook's defended. And I can start queening my pawn. Wow, that's crazy. That would have been a tougher win for me if he had played king e2. I probably wouldn't have won. Okay, he played rook f6. I played king d1. That's winning. He took, and I played king e1. Yeah, now I'm winning. Yeah, if he doesn't do anything here, I play f3, and if he takes on f3, I have rook b4 check. And then he resigned here, because I'm winning this pawn. I didn't realize how touch and go that was, because I haven't really engined that game since 2000. What? Something's more crazy than the Kramnik blog? I hope Kramnik sues chess.com and he brings in his traveling circus of mathematicians. I was thinking, if there was a place called chess.com, which makes sense, there is, but let's say you didn't know there was a place called chess.com. And then there is a place called chess.com, right? So you're like, hey, I was right. Then what are the chances, picking a name out of thin air, I don't know, Danny Wrench, that such a person exists and runs chess.com? That's got to be billions to one. How many Danny Wrenches are there in the universe? It can't be that many. Well, in the world anyway. And the chances of that are so unlikely that I don't believe Danny Wrench exists. I think the chances of somebody named Danny Wrench running chess.com just randomly is less than Hikaru getting 45.5 out of 46. I mean, the billions of people in the world, how could somebody with that name run chess.com? I mean, how's that possible? And he doesn't even run it. Somebody named Eric does. What are the chances of that? How many Erics are there compared to other names? I mean, it's at least 50-50 somebody who's Chinese or Indian would be running it. I mean, those are the best countries in chess, and, you know, that's where half the people in the world live. So I think we're living in a simulation. I don't think Eric and Danny exist because it's too unlikely. And I have a team of mathematicians that are traveling around the country, and they'll get to Atlanta in a few weeks, and they'll back me up. I'll bring them on the stream. Yeah, they work for me, that team. I have them doing some other stuff now. It's ridiculous. None of that's... This team of mathematicians... Now, actually, it turns out there's not many teams of mathematicians, so my team is the same as Kramnik's team, because there's just not that many. And they travel as a group, and sometimes they work for Kramnik, sometimes they work for me. I mean, so that's... You know, you could see how sometimes they would be busy with his stuff, you know, and not with mine. And here's another thing. Have you heard of anybody named Kramnik? What are the chances that Vladimir's last name is Kramnik? Ridiculous. There's no way his last name's Kramnik. So he's making that up. Okay, and Finegold, nobody spells it Finegold. I think I'm not real. I don't think any of this exists. Okay, back to these non-existent games that were never played.